You may now begin your presentation.
A pizza shop owner.
A media company CEO.
An unemployment counselor.
A bank manager.
A mother of 5 and a 6th grade student.
What is the common element in these people's lives?
University SIFE.
Graceland SIFE. Graceland.
Graceland SIFE.
Graceland SIFE.
Graceland SIFE.
Graceland SIFE is inspired by the entrepreneurial spirit to make a difference.
We do this by creating lasting relationships that educate and empower others to create measurable and sustainable economic opportunities.
That piece of our mission is so important, I want to share it with you again. We make a difference by creating lasting relationships that educate and empower others.
Our hard work is driven by the belief that our results, when combined with those of other SIFE teams, are truly changing the world.
By empowering others with hope and knowledge, SIFE has transforming effects that reach far beyond those we originally intend.
Graceland University is a small liberal arts school located in the tiny Midwestern town of Lamoni, Iowa. Our SIFE team started in 1989 with 4 people and 2 projects, but has consistently improved each and every year to the point that we now have deep, meaningful impacts on individuals around the world. Hi, I'm Casey Johnson, a senior from Clive, Iowa, majoring in cinema studies and communications. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here with us.
Graceland University's mission includes the words transformational service and leadership, creating communities, and betterment of the world. These concepts match so closely with SIFE's mission, we found it easy to build a very successful organization representing nearly 10% of the student body on our Iowa campus. Hi, I'm Matthew Nuttall, a sophomore international business major from Hong Kong SAR, China.
During the 2007-2008 school year, the students in our team represent 22 majors from 11 countries and 10 U.S. states. We exclude no one from joining our team. And in many cases, students who have not been academically motivated find a new passion when they discover and participate in the entrepreneurial spirit. This results in our team having an average GPA of 3.36 for our 80 team members. My name is Shannon Grable from Coppell, Texas. I'm a junior majoring in international business.
I am Ruben Ruelas, an international business junior from Matamoros, Tamaulipas, Mexico. Graceland SIFE members contribute to our community far beyond the hours that we spend on SIFE projects. We are involving 8 athletic teams and 20 student clubs, as well as quality leadership positions in the student government and residence life. This is our visual design team: Tyler Jones, Bree Hattie, Lauren Seaman, and Molly Cornelson.
Graceland University has 1,000 students on campus and is located in rural South Central Iowa. Out of the 99 counties in the state of Iowa, ours is the poorest by income per capita, at only $19,043 per year. Our town has a population of just 2,500 people, which includes the Graceland campus. Can you believe Lamoni is so small that it doesn't have a single stoplight? I guess that's why my professor laughed at me when I told him I missed class because of a traffic jam. My name is Kirk Tabor from Peculiar, Missouri, and I'm a freshman, undeclared major.
During the past year, we have been involved in 26 separate new and recurring projects. We dedicated over 5,000 hours of work to these enterprises. There are many reasons for our success, but 3 really stand out. First, our team stands on the shoulders of the 19 teams that came before us. Second, we cultivate meaningful relationships with SIFE teams from across the country and even around the globe through our projects. And third, our team is driven to think big, and we strive to innovate every project every year. Hi, my name is Tara Paoli, and I'm a junior business administration major from Independence, Missouri.
Like many SIFE teams, we've historically focused much of our attention on the overall number of impacts and achieved some impressive results using that measuring stick. But through our SIFE experience, it became evident. We want something more powerful, more than a one-time teaching session in a classroom. We will not settle for a single 1-hour impact just to reach hundreds of people.
We want to engage others in a way that creates lasting, meaningful change in their lives. Each and every project must involve multiple interactions with the target group in order to satisfy this new commitment. We still want to reach as many people as ever, but decided it's just as important that we develop an enduring, beneficial relationship with each person whom we come into contact.
Our oral presentation is organized into 6 categories that mirror the SIFE judging criteria. Our projects intentionally fit multiple criteria and are measured with video, spreadsheet analysis, and testimonials, and have real impacts on our target audiences. We will focus on 1 or 2 examples from each category, but ask that you read the descriptions of our other projects in our annual report.
To keep you on your toes, we decided to work backwards through the criteria, from number 6 to number 1. Actually, we want to start with sustainability because we believe the sustained impact our team is having is so critical that it's the foundation of every decision we make. We feel you will understand our approach and projects more fully with this insight.
So, criteria number 6 asks what steps we've taken to ensure the long-term sustainability of our team and our educational programs. One of the reasons Graceland SIFE has been so successful is that for 19 years, we've been dedicated to ensuring sustainability in our team and designing our projects for the long term.
Our years of experience and our focus on continuous improvement have resulted in something we call the Strategic Development Methodology. This model is made up of 4 components. The first is to recruit and build great team members. We identify the most entrepreneurial and hardworking students through faculty and student nominations. But we don't limit the team to only those recruits. Sometimes it's the student flying under the radar that just needs a chance to discover their entrepreneurial spirit.
In the second part of our model, we work hard on developing and maintaining lasting relationships with our team members. Graceland SIFE alumni contact us to initiate new projects, are on our business advisory board, and one of our Sam Walton Fellows is a Graceland SIFE alum.
Third, we attempt to gather financial resources that allow us to have a far greater impact than we would otherwise be able to achieve. During the question and answer period, we love to share a story about a donor who gave money last spring to establish and endow 5 Graceland SIFE scholarships.
The fourth component of our methodology entails creating and sustaining valuable partnerships. We stretched ourselves and believe we have achieved something unique by involving over 65 other SIFE teams in our projects. In this way, our ideas take on a life of their own as they are implemented and sustained by others.
Additionally, this year, we moved into a permanent high-visibility office and meeting space. Our administration was convinced that we could be most successful if we were located in the high-traffic student center at the heart of our campus. Our institution also feels our SIFE experiences are substantial enough to earn upper division academic credit. Academic courses are often more stable and consistent than campus clubs and organizations. Yes, we are sustainable in our team and in our projects. SIFE, impacting the lives of its own team members.
Criterion 5 asks the question, how do we help people understand that the success of our market economy depends on ethical business practices? We did this with 11 projects, and we'd love to tell you about 2 of our extraordinary accomplishments.
4 years ago, we recognized the growing issue of college students exploiting the large bandwidth available on campuses to download movies and music illegally. So our SIFE team created a series of ethics symposiums and a local anti-piracy contest. The next year, we expanded and kicked off the first annual Motion Picture Association of America and SIFE National Anti-Piracy Public Service Announcement Video Contest.
As often happens with our team, we are challenged to think big and achieve big results. With our advisory board network, we were able to convince the MPAA and SIFE USA that we could implement this small project on a nationwide scale and magnify its success. In just the first 3 years of this contest, SIFE teams have submitted 153 videos and estimate that their message had a potential reach of over several $100 million. Now, if we conservatively estimate that 1/10 of 1% of these individuals took action by downloading 1 less movie per month and 1 less song per week, that means this project helped avert over $150 million in illegal commerce. It's amazing to think of that result in the context of it all starting with a simple idea on Graceland's small campus just 4 years ago.
We strive to innovate and improve even our best projects, and this year we took an outstanding step forward in our efforts related to intellectual property. We've partnered with SIFE's sponsor company, Best Buy, to create a brand new radio anti-piracy contest for Iowa high school students. We are excited about this partnership and can't wait to launch the contest next year.
To balance our broader efforts, we continue our local campaign to save money and energy toward Edison project. Last year, we influenced the change of over 2,500 bulbs in Lamoni, which according to EnergyStar.gov CFL calculator, has saved small businesses and families $60,000 to date.
This year, a When in Doubt, Turn It Out competition was coordinated by our Edison team to encourage faculty to turn off lights when leaving offices and classrooms. Faculty working in the winning building were each awarded a CFL light bulb. A new SIFE team, Sustainable Living, grew out of this work and is designed to make measurable impacts on our own campus by working with students, faculty, and teachers to make incremental changes in our daily lives that will save money and provide better stewardship of our resources.
These two teams, along with two other campus organizations, have been instrumental in creating a new environmental sustainability coalition at our university. Graceland's president, Dr. John Sellers, is supporting this endeavor to coordinate sustainability efforts at an institutional level and asks that our SIFE team lead this multidisciplinary task force going forward. SIFE, transforming the future for all of us.
Criterion 4 asked how we helped others as they developed the personal financial management skills necessary to achieve financial independence. 8 of our projects meet this important criterion, and we don't have to look beyond our own community to find those most in need of personal financial management skills.
Last year, our team worked to engage women in our town who wanted to learn more about how to make strong financial decisions for their families. This weekly learning series opened the eyes of our team members to the hardships local residents face when trying to stretch their monthly budgets and manage their time. Our once-a-month cooking project was born out of these meetings and teaches skills that tackle both of these issues. Cooking in bulk to batch and save an entire month of meals in one afternoon reduces food costs, saves valuable time in busy family schedules, and provides healthier alternatives to convenience food.
Once-a-month cooking participants prepared 5 recipes for each of their families, learned the financial value of this activity, and saw how much time it would save them during the work week. The average meal we helped them prepare cost only $1.30 per person, while a family eating cheap, fast food spends nearly $5 per person. This translates to significant savings. These families loved the activity and asked if we could help them organize it on a monthly basis going forward. It's rewarding to have true value come from our idea and have others sustain it on their own.
A second example of how we taught personal financial management skills is through our Kids Bank initiative. To put things into perspective, more than half the students in our local elementary school receive free or reduced price lunches, indicating the financial insecurity of many families in our community.
Kids Bank is a partnership between GU SIFE, Bank of the West, and the Lamoni Elementary School. We developed a curriculum and visited the 5th grade classroom over a 2-week period to teach kids about good saving habits, managing accounts, credit and debit cards, and the all-important magic money machine, or ATM. I'm guessing many of you have considered the idea for a child who wanted a desired toy, and they said, just go to the ATM.
The most outstanding part of the project so far has been the field trip to the bank. Many of these 5th graders have never set foot in a bank, and it can be intimidating to walk in this formal and business-like setting. But with their SIFE buddy, these students were comfortable and eager making their initial deposits. Bank of the West and Graceland SIFE each donated $5 per student to ensure everyone experienced the success of opening their own savings account.
$10 for each student is not a flashy number, but if every one of these students continue to save $10 a month from now until they graduate from high school at just a 3% interest rate, they will have accumulated an impressive $1,000.
I think some of the biggest results that we saw were that children came in and started saving and were actually involved in making sure where the money was and not spending it. And from that, we've seen the spin-off where parents have either opened up accounts of their own or increased the amounts that they're now saving. The SIFE program was what drove this project to begin.
Can you believe that teaching simple savings concepts to 5th graders resulted in them becoming the educators, teaching their own parents about the importance of financial literacy? This is a powerful example of SIFE's mission fulfilled, and it illustrates how we've created lasting relationships with partner organizations and individuals in our local community. SIFE, investing in Lamoni's families.
Judging Criterion 3 challenges us to educate others about how to succeed as an entrepreneur and how to improve an existing business. We worked on 18 projects with many local, regional, and even international entrepreneurs to understand their passions, to teach them the necessary skills, and to find new and innovative ways to cultivate their business.
As a rurally isolated small town, our Main Street businesses constantly struggle to stay economically viable. This fact led Lamoni's mayor to approach us last year with a new challenge. How can Graceland SIFE help Lamoni entrepreneurs reach a greater audience and bring external dollars into our economy?
This challenge inspired our team to devise a solution we call Lamoni Online. Our research concluded that entrepreneurs can easily utilize web tools to create an online presence and make their business in Lamoni more findable in the process. The new global economy no longer requires someone to drive down Main Street, but allows even the smallest business to compete for virtual foot traffic. We began last spring by hosting a series of seminars aimed at identifying entrepreneurs ready to take advantage of the online marketplace.
Since then, we've worked with 10 local businesses, teaching them how to develop, maintain and sustain their own web presence. Our team meets with business owners weekly to guide them through the website development process. We collaborate with these entrepreneurs to determine the most effective way to monetize the web traffic their online presence generates and have effectively established an e-business incubator.
The owner of our local coffee house, Margie Foster, is just one of our success stories. Margie posted a blog on her website talking about how her coffee house is haunted. This enabled an author writing a book about haunted places to find Margie and open discussions to include the coffee house in the book. Another local entrepreneur, Deb Skinner, founder of Blue Frog Arts and one of the early adopters in our program, has now been accepted as a commission-earning online partner to a premier art supply company.
Recognizing that many entrepreneurs and other rural communities are hungry for virtual traffic, we sought new ways to expand our reach. I'm excited to announce that just last month, we were awarded a $26,000 Kemper Foundation grant that will allow Lamoni Online to absolutely explode. These funds will enable this team to increase its scale and scope to impact small businesses throughout our region. SIFE, transforming entrepreneurs across our communities.
15 of the projects our SIFE team pursued this year concentrated on meeting Criterion 2, which asks how we help others acquire the education and skills training needed to succeed in a dynamic, competitive global economy. While many of our projects focus on our local and national communities, we feel lucky to have partnered with two excellent international organizations this January to fulfill this criterion.
Youth for the Future is an organization that works to empower the youth of Belize through leadership development and job training. Pro-Belize is a social enterprise that wants to improve the lives of Belizeans most in need. Together, they identify a need to do formal business training for local entrepreneurs, but knew that they lacked the expertise to launch such an initiative.
The colonial history and culture of Belize has resulted in many young Belizeans lacking self-confidence in their abilities to run businesses. The country remains underdeveloped economically, and sadly, successful businesses are assumed to be owned by foreign interests.
A team of 14 SIFE students worked to develop a business workshop targeted specifically to young native Belizeans. In January, our team traveled to San Ignacio, Belize, and implemented an intense 4-day business workshop. We initiated this project with 3 objectives: to empower the participants with business skills and knowledge, to allow participants to create a business plan, and to improve self-confidence.
When you consider that many participants traveled more than an hour each way every day, and that a large number had to miss work to attend, it is a defining measure of success that 17 of our 20 participants met the rigorous requirements to receive nationally recognized business certificates. We covered topics ranging from accounting and marketing to networking and legal structure. Graduates were held to standards including attendance, classroom participation, a formal presentation, and a pro forma business plan.
Valerie, a mother of 5, was motivated to complete a business plan for the gift shop she is building in San Ignacio. But more importantly, she felt a sense of validation as a business person when her graduation certificate was awarded. For Valerie, this is the first educational accomplishment of her life. This shy but intelligent woman hesitated to even introduce herself the first day of the workshop. But with coaching and our belief in her, she learned valuable skills and then presented her business plan to an audience of over 40 people. Valerie will inspire her children and peers with the confidence that she, a native Belizean, has the skills to be successful.
How has our team fulfilled Criteria 1 of helping others understand how a market-based economic system operates? Our effort resulted in 16 projects that fit within this category, but our 4th-day Belize Business Workshop project stands out the most. Teaching young Belizeans how an economy operates wasn't enough. We worked with them to take the next step and harness the power of the market to create opportunity for themselves right now.
Adrian, a public health expert, was so inspired by what we taught him about the workings of a market-based economy, he began to see untapped opportunities in his health-related work. This spurred him to write a business plan for a pest control business. A true entrepreneur at heart, Adrian then identified the need for a second business. He bought a van and rents it to local organizations, which has helped fund his initial pest control plan.
Adrian and other workshop students now see that a market economy is based on filling an unmet need and that they are perfectly capable of meeting those needs for fellow Belizeans. We remain in contact with their participants and share their excitement as they fulfill dreams of being competitive in the marketplace. Now that Graceland SIFE has developed the curriculum and the framework, Youth for the Future will be using this workshop as a model for a countrywide initiative.
I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to come down here and invest in the people of Belize. You did it with all your heart, and as long as your heart is behind things and your passion is behind it, everything that you do will be excellent like what you've done here in Belize. thank you, Graceland SIFE. I hope this is not the last time. We'll be waiting.
The Belize project is a perfect example of the synergies that exist within our team and bring us full circle back to Criteria 6, sustainability. Last year, a Graceland SIFE project team worked in the Sacred Valley of Peru, and our partner in that endeavor, Pro Peru, recommended us to 2 new partners this year. Another project team was working with vocational students in the Kansas City area and recognized a similar need for business skills and market economics training and leveraged the Belize curriculum to conduct a 1-day seminar. A third GU SIFE team working on a project in the Kibera slums of Nairobi, Kenya, saw our business workshop as a solution to some of the challenges they are addressing and will be implementing the curriculum on site in May.
To connect with the 4th project, Sustainable Living, all of our travel to Belize was carbon offset through a company who provides funding to the Stove project we worked on with Pro Belize this year. This, and the success of the Pro Belize business plan, was the tipping point for parent company Pro World, demonstrating the power of partnering with Graceland University SIFE.
In April, Pro World approached our team for assistance in writing a multi-million-dollar proposal for the sale of verifiable emissions reductions, or VERs, in the European carbon offset market. This proposal is now being fine-tuned by Morgan Stanley in New York for consideration by their London trading office. Not only is there a ripple effect to our projects, there's an intentional web effect at work just below the surface. SIFE, empowering lives in the local community and around the globe.
How well did we educate and empower others this year? We hope you agree that we met each of the judging criteria through a number of outstanding projects. These endeavors created lasting life changes around the world.
With regard to judging criteria number 1, market economics, our team had 16 projects, 5 of which were international in their scope. We impacted entrepreneurs through multiple direct interactions that will drive them to be more successful as they realize the potential in the global marketplace.
For judging criteria number 2, success skills, it was humbling to share our knowledge and expertise in the San Ignacio community of Belize and with middle school students in Lamoni. Our initiative in this area has enabled us to directly and personally impact those most in need through 15 projects.
We met judging criteria number 3, entrepreneurship, through an e-business incubator and an entrepreneurial roundtable featuring 160 attendees. These are just a few ways in which we assisted entrepreneurs in being more successful.
We worked on 8 projects related to judging criteria number 4, financial literacy. This included a project funded by a grant from AIG, which educated Graceland seniors about the life-changing financial decisions they will make upon graduation, and partnering with our local bank to develop programs targeted to elementary school students.
We satisfied judging criteria number 5, business ethics, through 11 projects, including the 3rd year of the MPAA anti-piracy joint venture, and influencing sustainable consumer choices in hundreds of people. We believe the world is a more ethical and successful place because of Graceland SIFE team members.
Judging criterion number 6, sustainability, is the key to our success. Whether it's our continuous quality improvement process, our large numbers and diverse membership, having our efforts recognized with academic credit, or engaging over 65 other SIFE teams in our projects, the Graceland SIFE team will continue to build value for years to come.
Our focus is on each individual with whom we come into contact.
By empowering others with hope and knowledge, SIFE has transforming effects that reach far beyond the communities we call home.
We have tried to communicate to you how we are inspired by the entrepreneurial spirit to make a difference.
We do this by creating lasting relationships that educate and empower others to create measurable and sustainable economic opportunities.
Our hard work is driven by the belief that our results, when combined with those of other great SIFE teams, are truly changing the world. Students in free enterprise.
Impact our own lives.
Empower others.
Transform the
Thank you,
world.
Graceland University. Your presentation time is now expired. We will now begin the question and answer period.
Thank you very much. By the way, that was an excellently organized annual report that you provided. Thank you. Can you tell me how you're following through on the Kids Bank program? Do you have any plan or any process to follow those kids through their school life with respect to their savings habits?
Actually, just this morning in one of our presentations, we were given a great suggestion from one of our judges to continue following them to help track money to save for college, which would be so awesome for for those kids in our community. So we're going to try to implement that next fall. And as for now, we're just working to meet them through each grade in different areas. But thanks to the great judges, we're implementing a new project when we start next year.
Congratulations on your yearbook. Well done. Question about your involvement in Southern Iowa Bioenergy. What have you learned to date from being in that project?
That project began, a few years ago, we did a feasibility study for Southern Iowa Bioenergy, hence the name SIFE. They wanted to recognize SIFE's contribution. Currently with that project, they're in the final stages of getting their final capital to start that. And so on the annual report, you'll see we don't know our determined amount of ownership yet because the value of the actual company has yet to be determined. But that was our involvement.
Congratulations and thank you for your enthusiasm. How many of your projects were new this year? How do you develop ideas for new projects? And what are the criteria that you use to determine to go forward and initiate a project?
I'll take that. I'm on our team's leadership council, and at the end of every single semester, we'll sit down with the San Juan Fellows and the leadership council, and we'll go through the projects, and we'll decide which ones we want to sustain and which ones we want to bring to a close. And then the next semester, we will take those projects that we're sustaining, along with project ideas from our students, from faculty members, from community members, and we'll have students pick their projects with that. And we find that when students are able to pick their own projects, that allows them to have more interest in the project, they're more passionate, they're more motivated, and in the end that drives results.
Also, when we choose our projects, Graceland SIFE, has created our own judging criteria, and it's focused on the individual. We want to make sure that we're making lasting life changes in each person that we work with, and so that's a major criteria that we try to fit with all of our projects.
What was the driver for you behind the anti-piracy effort?
The drive for us to create that project, it was knowing that, all of our friends and our peers, and basically I'm pretty sure most of the students here could admit that there's a lot of illegal downloading that happens with movies and music. And so we worked with one of our business advisory board members, Michael Lewis, who works at Warner Brothers, and he's actually in the audience today, and created this idea to combat piracy in a way in the entertainment industry where hundreds of billions of dollars are lost each year. That was our main drive. And now we're hoping to expand that into the world of software because piracy occurs in all realms of the business world.
I just want to add to that, being a personal testimony to what drove that was illegal downloading actually clogs our bandwidth on our internet so much that it makes just surfing the net so frustrating for us while we're trying to study, obviously. And this made it very difficult with all this illegal downloading over the internet. So that was also the additional driver to that project.
How did you develop the workshop curriculum, and how do you judge the effectiveness and potential edits for future years?
The question and answer time has expired. Sorry, judges. Please join me in thanking the Graceland University SIFE team.